Hey guys, we're going through the top 5 storylines in 2017. One of the top storylines that we hope happens is Roman Reigns turns heel. We feel that the only way that this could happen is the Shield reunites and all 3 members of the Shield are a heel faction. So I'm here with Brandon. Brandon, what do you think about a Shield reunion, and how do you feel about Roman being the sort of alpha dog, alpha heel in that group?
They've been teasing it for a while. They've put Rollins and Roman together. They're trying to, like work their magic and make people cheer Roman Reigns, and it's not working. So, we've seen them slowly try and make Roman Reigns their top guy. It's not working. They've tried to put him with Rollins and turn Rollins first, which we've kind of, you can see it a mile away. Seth Rollins, slowly turned against the Authority. He's now one of the top baby faces on Raw. And now they join him up with Roman Reigns to try and get cheers, by osmosis or whatever, over to Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns needs to turn heel. It's the only way that his character is going to have any meaning or any value, really. So after the draft, I would guess, or maybe there's a trade or something, but I would assume that they're going to try and get the Shield back together in full. So Ambrose is going to move over. His character is kind of heelish, on SmackDown. So, a natural turn for all of them would make a ton of sense. I don't think they need to join the Authority, but I think that they need to turn against whatever Raw stands for, something like that, which may lead them to, getting cheered again. But, naturally, I think the only way Roman Reigns can turn heel is with a group of people, and the only people that make sense is the Shield. So, Roman Reigns his character is kind of attached to the Shield, even though that they've been split for a while. I think Seth Rollins has kind of gone on his own and made his own character. Dean Ambrose went away and he's like the lunatic guy, and he's kind of done his own thing, and Roman Reigns is still kind of attached to the Shield. So, I think that they're kind of learning their lesson through all this, so that he is unable to kind of break off and do his own thing. So
and part of that's through no fault of his own. They didn't give him new music, and they still have that stupid Kevlar armor on him.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things, like, you can't send him out there and the Shield theme and all that kind of stuff. It's been like 3 years, right? Something like that. So it's like, in 3 years you haven't done anything different, but you're trying to, keep that group together with just one guy. It doesn't work. So what do you think about, Roman turning heel? Number one, we've talked about it forever.
Yeah.
But do you think that it requires, the Shield to get back together for that to happen?
Well, the thing about great heels is that eventually they get great cheers.
Sure.
I mean, we look at Chris Jericho right now, and I mean, he's as big of a face as there is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just as soon as he, says, what happens when you get it.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew that you could make the word it cool? Or like, what happens when you piss me off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so that's what happens. And Kevin Owens was right there right before he got this crappy title run.
Mm-hmm.
Is that so what's going to happen if this happens is Seth's going to get cheered.
Yep.
Dean will get cheered.
Yep.
And Roman will still get booed.
Yeah.
And that's fine, because that's the whole point.
Yeah, sure.
And in order to make it to work, you have to make him the dirtiest, nastiest, slimiest member of them all.
And he has to be out front. He has to be the leader.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that all of this kind of revolves around Reigns, which is what they want. They want Roman Reigns to be the leader of something. So I think you have, really, I mean, to me, Seth Rollins was kind of the leader of the Shield, even from the beginning. And they all took turns talking, but Roman just kind of stood there. He was the muscle. So now you have to kind of build his confidence up to where he's the front guy, and then you have the other two just kind of doing whatever he wants. And I think that if you want the other two to get booed, you have to have Roman giving them the orders, which it's not going to last forever. Maybe Ambrose turns on him this time or something, but or you have Roman turn on him. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
I think Roman has to.
Yeah, but I think at some point in 2017, we're going to see all three of them together, and I think that it's not too long before they all turn heel, and that's probably the best thing for them. I don't.
Seth is a better heel naturally.
Yeah, I don't see them, having like a giant babyface run, like they started to right before they broke up. But I think that they're kind of setting up some stuff on Raw where there's going to be multiple factions kind of fighting against each other, and we're going to have to wait for the draft to see exactly how that works. But I think that we've waited for Roman to do something of importance for a long time, and I think there's got to come a point in time where they understand that, it's just not working, and it's been a long time coming. And I think that this is kind of the avenue that they need to go to make Roman worth something. And they're going to see quickly that, just putting him with Seth Rollins isn't the answer.
You know what this is like? And this is a sort of good comparison, but it's also not. Is I look at this sort of like evolution.
Yeah.
In which you look at like, Dean found a way to get over, and Seth found a way to get over. So what they got to do? They got to bring in the other guy who can't get over, like Orton and Batista back in the day. So they have like these two alpha guys who got to bring up.
Yeah.
I mean,
and, I know and the way that worked out, Orton ended up winning the title, and then they all turned on him. You had Triple H as like one of the main guys in that group. And he just basically said that, Orton was getting too big for his britches kind of thing, and, kicked him out. So, I think that you could definitely do something like that with these guys. And Roman, in this scenario, it's the only way he can have his own identity, for him to do something like that. Because, the turn that Rollins did against the Shield immediately gave him his own identity. Dean Ambrose kind of had that already as like the crazy one. And then Roman Reigns is just like the silent guy who stands back, but he's like the muscle. Yeah. So this, if he turns on them eventually, the other two guys are going to be fine. They go back into their babyface role or whatever, and this actually gives Roman a character, going forward. So it makes the most sense, and they need to do it. So hopefully they do that, and we see Roman Reigns actually have, at that point they get what they want. They put him out front. They make him the main guy of WWE. He's just a bad guy instead,
Yeah, and what'd be awesome is if he's out and he's like, I'm all alone. My brothers have abandoned me. Then he adopts like Baron Corbin, the lone wolf, to be, and then also they bring up Elias Sampson from NXT. He's the Drifter. It's like the lone, just the whole trio, just awkward alone guys.
Oh, that would be the worst. But they probably will do it. All right, guys, let us know what you think of Roman Reigns turning heel, the Shield reuniting, all this kind of stuff. What do you think of them doing this in 2017, and where would you like to see them go with it? Thank you guys so much for checking this out. We're going to be doing number 3 right now, but thanks for watching this one. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks so much.
Thank you.